So you're looking for a projector for artwork and you're not sure what projector to get? Well, in this video we'll be looking at projectors for under $250 and what you can expect. So let's get started. Okay, so I was recently asked a question about what type of projector I would get if I only had $250 and I wanted to project an image that's roughly 80 inches in size. So let's think about that. That's a rather large image. And to get that sized image, you have to set a projector further back away from the surface. In my case, with this projector, I had to set the projector back about 7.5 feet to get that size. Now, the further back you move the projector, the less bright it becomes, because the light being projected out has to spread out more, and it's dispersed among the larger image, and it's not as concentrated. The closer it is, the brighter it will appear. So depending on the size image that you want to project, it will affect the brightness levels of that projected image. Now, some projectors are designed to be set far back, and because they're designed that way, they have a more powerful light, and in most cases they have a higher resolution. So if I look at the projector that I have, it has two resolution values. It has a native resolution and a supporting resolution. The supporting resolution relates to the actual videos and image dimensions that you're using, and those get kind of downscaled and outputted into native resolution, because the native resolution is what the projector actually projects from the projector. It's how many pixels you see on the surface, okay, of a wall or a canvas, okay? And the higher resolution, higher native resolution it is, the smaller those pixels will be. But that requires a more advanced projector to project all those different pixels, okay? So this particular projector has a native resolution of 854 by 480 pixels, okay? And that's okay, that's pretty good, as you can see in the examples. And the supported resolution goes up to 1920 by 1080, okay? But that's not what you actually see projected from the image. You see the projected 854 by 480 pixels, okay? It kind of takes the higher resolution and like generalizes it down into the native resolution. And you got to be careful when you're shopping for a projector, because often they only market the supported resolution, and so you say, oh, it's 1080p or whatever, but in actuality it might have a lower native resolution, so you're not actually seeing all those higher resolution pixels. You're seeing a much generalized and pixelated image, okay? So higher native resolution is what you want to look for, but the higher that is, the more costly the projector becomes, okay? And that's the same case with the brightness levels as well, and contrast levels, okay? So with all that being said, which projector would I actually choose for $250? Well, it would be the AAXA S2 Mini LED projector, okay? It has all the features that this one has, but a lot more, okay? It has the tripod socket mount, it has physical buttons, it has an internal battery, it has the card slot, it has the DLP technology, it has all of that, but it has a lot more. This one has a native resolution of 854 by 480 pixels, whereas the AAXA S2 Mini has a 720p resolution, native resolution. So that's 1280 by 720 pixels. Because of that, it has a lot more detail in the image that's projected. So that's great if you're working at larger images. You won't be able to see the pixels as much as you would with this projector, okay? The AAXA S2 has 400 lumen brightness, whereas this one only has 100, okay? So it's slightly brighter, okay? Now, the AAXA S2 is slightly larger, but it's still portable. A lot of other projectors out there are really huge. If you want that type of resolution, they're often like this big or even bigger than that. Some have like a 1080 resolution, but they sacrifice on other features. Those don't have an internal battery. They don't have card slots for making it easy to transfer images. They might not have the DLP technology, or they might be, which kind of forces them to have to be set far back at a distance, so you can't get close enough with them to a surface. The fact that this one uses DLP technology, and you could look at the specifications as to the screen distance, it could work within 26 inches and 157 inches, okay, and get a screen size of 20 inches in diagonal to 120 inches in diagonal, okay? So that gives you a lot of flexibility to the screen size and the way you could position the projector, okay? Since it's portable and has an internal battery, it doesn't have to be tethered to anything. You could have it projecting down onto a piece of paper, or projected in some way against a drawing canvas or painting canvas or whatever that you're drawing on. Or you can project it at a wall, okay, and get a large image, okay? Now, the larger you want to project it, the more kind of dim the room has to be. But if that's all right with you, then, go ahead. So if I only had $250 and I needed a projector right now, I would get the AAXA S2 Mini, okay? And I'll leave a link in the description where you can get it. And yeah, you could get this other one for $200, or maybe if you're patient, you could look around for a better deal. But as of this moment, the AAXA S2 Mini is my pick. That would be my first pick because it has all the features that you need for an artist, a lot of flexibility to it. So if you have any questions, leave a comment, hit the like button, subscribe. That would really help the channel. Hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment. These things will help convince YouTube to push this channel. If you'd like to support us in other ways, you can make a donation at our Patreon page by going to tracingmasterpieces.com/support for more information. I'd like to thank This Is Abusive for the $20 contribution. I'd also like to thank Zarknark for their $10 contributions. And I'd also like to thank my $5 contributors as well. And lastly, if you'd like to join our Discord server, you can go to tracingmasterpieces.com/discord.